Hello, this is Sincere Milk, Lion's Den. My name is HOROWITZ. I camp out with Lion's Den, Yashawada in Jacksonville, Florida. First, I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Arkhams and women and children. Kau, Harayam, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi. Bahashem, Ha, Rodash, Kodash, Mark, all praise to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh in spirit, holy, and truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder, Aaron. Salutations to the Arkhams who are the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Well, before I start with the title of the lesson, to edify my brothers and sisters and hopefully to wake up some of you Jakes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. It came out already in the news that Adam Toledo, the 13-year-old boy, was murdered. Okay? That was in Chicago. Okay? Before I get into the scripture, I'd like to share something. I'm a man of age. I have traveled around America, and I have traveled outside of America. I have family in military and family that were also cops, among other career business. I have family that were into. But anyway, this killing, murdering, it's not new. Like I share in my other videos, I'm from New York, raised and born, so I have friends at the age of 12 that were carrying. Okay, living in the ghetto with his gang, mobs, okay, and wicked, dirty cops, okay? Yeah, you will have some young people being packed, right? Now, is that right? Well, who am I to tell you that's right? Okay, I'm not there to tell them if it's right or wrong. Now, is it wise? Well, they don't understand, right? When you're 12 years old, 13 years old, they don't understand that we're living in hell. This is not our kingdom, right? And that the Edomites have the blessing. Now, besides that, what I'd like to share to the parents of not only the one that lost their son, Adam Toledo, at the age of 13, who was gunned down, cold-blooded, but to the other parents or family or, husband and wives who are so-called, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. We call you guys Jakes, okay? So you know. You're getting a great opportunity, okay? You've been tested by Yahweh and Yahawashi, okay? This is being done because Yahweh and Yahawashi is allowing this. Like he's going to test all of us to see what's in our heart. What you really, who you really are, okay? So here it goes now. For those who yet have not lost a loved one, okay, because this is going to get worse. It's going to happen more consistently. There's going to be more lawsuits, all right? As you can see, these cops been doing this way back. I mean, right? All the way. I was born in the 60s, okay? So in the 70s, they were still going on, all right? So anyway, when you're going to get into this lawsuit, you should start demanding for U.S. gold coins. None of this fake Federal Reserve note. When you get the gold, then you pay your attorney in federal fake reserve notes. See, because that's setting you up, okay? Remember, they're wicked, all right? And in case you have a family that is a lawyer, hey, I have family that were lawyers too. They're wicked, okay? I have one in Aruba, all right? They make a note. They swear to Satan to serve him, okay? So the reason that they're going to give you money, right, paper money, so you can keep it in the bank, where they can make rules and change regulations whenever they want, whenever they feel like it. And soon, there's a cashless society coming, and you're going to lose all that. So by you getting it in U.S. gold coin, the second thing, and you better write this down, you want to hide it in 8 different places. Now, to do that, the opportunity that you have is that you want to come back to your true identity. Okay? You Jakes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. And those 8 different places is that you want to pick what tribe in the highways and byways who give their life as a living sacrifice to call their brothers and sisters, right? Who some of them as young as 16 been kicked out from their own parents because they came to the calling of the Bible, right? And their parents couldn't accept it. Now some parents accept it, knowing that when the son goes in the highways and byways, might not come back that same day, right? Because the cops can shoot them or take them to FEMA camp. You who lost a loved one, right, have no understanding, you're asking why? Well, the brothers that are on the highways and byways, you can look it up in your YouTubes, and you will get the understanding why these things are happening, right? Now, if they have a 501c3 incorporated church, run like hell, don't do that, right? Now, this ain't helping them with a donation. No, it's you coming part of the tribe. See, coming part of the family, right? And doing your part as Scripture says. Okay? So then that way you know that it's your family that you're helping now, right? It's no donation where it has to be reported. Okay? That's because they want you to keep the money in the bank, right? Now when they Edomites hear this, they're gonna have, remember, they have Jakes, right? Yeah, they have Jakes that love the Edomites. Okay, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, and speckled birds that will do acting roles that they are Hebrew Israelite tribes, right? Just to scam people. Oh, they'll send them out there quick now. So you want to do your homework, look into YouTube, see what groups are out there in your neighborhood or whoever your spirit guides you. Learn about the Scripture, meet them, get to know them, because they're going to test your spirit. And you want to know how to test theirs to the best of your ability. Okay? Now, if you're going to give money to a corporation church, you are being wicked. If you want to give money to Children's Cancer Hospital, you are being wicked, because that's not helping. If you want to give it to the school for a better education, you are being wicked, because that's indoctrination. Remember, this land was stolen by the Edomites. They call themselves Caucasian. All right? So, in saying that, now I want to get into the title of the lesson, part 1, so I can do part 2. It's called Definition of Wisdom. You can look it up in Google, and the dictionary of Google. It says this: the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. I remember a couple of years ago, in Slack, I don't recall the name of the website. I'll have to look it up, see if I can find it again, where you can go and check every police officer criminal record. You see? Now, the same way an officer comes up to you, right, and asks for your information, right? He wants to know where you live, how old are you? Well, you have the same right to know where he lives and he has a criminal record or not. Because this officer who murdered Adam Toledo at the age of 13 been having problems since, if I recall correctly, since 2017. So the department knows this, okay? And shame on those Jakes who are police officers, shame on you, that you know that you have these wicked Edomite cops surrounding you, and you don't even protect us. So you see how dirty it is and how corrupted? So you freelance journalists, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and speckled birds, you should be the ones looking into all the way 1990, all the way up to now, when they are taken to court and the judge says, you're getting 10 years, 15 years. I just finished hearing 2 days ago, a 16-year-old girl got shot. And she was from a distance from the officer, and he said, oh, because she had a knife in her hand, and he has a gun. You see how wicked it is? Okay, so you journalists, freelancers should be checking how if they are serving 10, 20, or 25 years in prison, and where, and what they're going through in prison. Because I'm sure they're not going through hard times. And I wouldn't be surprised if they only serve maybe 2 or 3 months, 6 months, huh? And then they sent somewhere else, right? Somewhere federal where they live real nice, right? And do undercover work, right? Maybe you can write a book. Now, in case you think I'm making things up, right, that I'm just somebody that just talk out of the air, right? Well, you gotta understand that we, the Hebrew Israelites, who have been called, we use scripture as our weapon and our shield, okay? But for you Jakes, you know, in Puerto Rico, cops been shooting people, killing people, murdering people. These people were coming out of church in 1950. Mass murder by police officers, okay? There you go. And in case that doesn't get your attention, well, how about this private investigator, Jewish, I had the honor of meeting and doing business with him, how he wrote a book with documents that they've been spraying to get us sick on purpose. In school, in churches, in subways, in the streets. So, you know, you've been living on La La Land, okay? So anyway, now if you I gave you some good advice that you can go to the highways and byways and you see us out there speaking the word. It's time for you to wake up and be wise and use that money wisely. Because you're going to have a lot of people coming after you who's going to take it from you saying do this and do that, right? When you should be going to the scripture and praying and fasting what to do. Okay, enough of that. So here it goes now. First, I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 6 and 8. Chapter 2. Here we go. Oh, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Chapter 2, I'm over here. Slakia. Verse 6. However, we speak wisdom among those who are mature, yet not the wisdom of this age, of this world, nor of the rulers of this age, right? The governments of this world, who are coming to nothing. I mean, you got to realize that they're wicked. That's how come America is going to be burned down to the ground. It needs to. In case you didn't like hearing that, okay? Going to 7. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the age for our glory. Okay? You Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and speckled birds. He's talking to you. Verse 8. Which none of the rulers of this world, right, knew, for had they known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Okay? So you got to realize that these officers that are doing these mass murderings for so many years, okay, the first Hebrew who came out in America was in New York in 1960 or in 1970, okay, who went in the highways and byways, okay, and spoke the truth of who we are. Ivan Bivens, if I'm saying it correctly, Slovakia. And that means that a lot of these cops, just like the government, they know that we are waking up all over the world, not only in America. It started in America, but now it's all over the world. Okay? I mean, the youngest person that I met, face to face, is 16 years old. They're younger than that, 12 years old. They hear the calling and come to the scripture. And they go on the highways and byways with their fathers and brothers. Okay? So meaning that if these cops, now that they woke up, that they are Edomites, because they didn't know at one time probably, okay, and now they're furious, right? That they're going to go into slavery. Their next life after this world, right? When they die, their next life, they're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. Then after 1,000 years, extermination. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go to Luke 23. Chapter 23, verse 34. Yeah, because a lot of you are saying, why God? Why me? Why me? Well, you turn your back. You've been celebrating Christmas. You've been going to churches, right? You've been giving him the finger. 4th of July, 23, verse 34. In red letters, Yahweh said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And they divided his garment and cast lots, right? They played, they're gambling on the table, on the floor, whatever. It was no big thing. Just like what they did to Adam Torito, it's no big thing to that officer or to the next officers, right? That are gonna keep doing that. I mean, are you gonna tell me that this has been going on for so long, and that these cops, right, are doing it? They don't care about the consequences. It's because there's no consequences. You see? I mean, something is going on there that needs to be looked into by journalist freelancers. Okay? Going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. But as it is written, eyes have not seen, nor hear or heard, or ears, like ears heard, nor have entered into the heart of men. Heart means the mind. The things which Yahweh has prepared for those who love him. He's got your attention now, right? He took something you love so much, right? And now he put you through a bigger test. Now you get this lawsuit, right? $1 million, $2, $3 million, right? And what you gonna do now? Are you gonna come back to him and help those who are on the highways and byways, or are you gonna keep going to the churches, to the school, and going, oh look how much I love for the name of my son or my daughter that I lost, right? Or how about to your close family who turned their back? You're going to help those that turned their back on Yahweh and Yahweh Shai? Something to think about and pray and take it very seriously. Oh yeah. Isaac 64. I used to work in a hospital, and they used to have a floor for rich people only. Okay? I used to be a physical therapy assistant, okay? And they send these two young people, in their late 20s, 30s, right? Suit, dress, handsome people. And they ask them for donations, right? So this ain't asking for Yahweh Shai is not asking for donations, right? He's saying for you to come back to your family, okay? So the same way when you have money and you help your son, you don't report it to the government, hey, I'm helping my son, charge them taxes. So you want to become family of the tribe that you're going to pick and stay with them, right? And take that with you to the grave. Just like the Edomites have their secret with their family. Did that cop come knocking on your door and say, hey, today I'm going to take your son out? No. Okay? These are pre-planned, right? The wickedness. Okay? Do this intentionally. 64. But remember, it is Yahweh Shai, right? Who does good and does wicked. He controls both. 64. Give me a minute while I look for 64 here. Go to verse 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ears, nor have the eye seen any Yahweh besides you, who acts for the one who waits for him. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We go into highways and byways, and we read the judgments of these Edomites around the world, okay? And we're calling our brothers and sisters, and we're being a living sacrifice. We know that we can be taken out that same day and never be back home to our family, right? So it's something for you to think about and take very seriously. Going to Psalm 31. You want to gain understanding why these things are happening? Go in the highways and byways. You'll see us talking out there, and you'll find out. But my advice, you want to start with the YouTube, so you know who you're going up to. (31:19). Verse 19. Oh, how great is your goodness, which you have laid up for those who fear you, which you have prepared for those who trust in you, in the presence of the sons of men. You see? So now he really put you in a good checkmate. Do you fear him? Or now when you get all that money, you're going to all of a sudden... I mean, when that happened, I'm sure you were calling, right? And then I'm sure you called the wrong name. Jesus, right? Caesar Borgia, guy with blue eyes and blonde hair, the son of a pope, right? So you want to look into these things and take it very seriously, right? Because the true God, right, Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, are meaner than a pit bull. They'll take out a baby. You can look up in the scripture, okay? I mean, if you're going to be that ignorant that you want to keep turning your back, then hey, get ready. Because the second shutdown is around the corner. And cashless society, that money that you think is yours, that they say, here's a number, what you got in the bank, when that cashless society crashes, that's it. Bye-bye. Right? Psalm 145. You want to be sincerely and truth to the best of your ability when you help the brothers out there. Or else the wrath of Yahweh will be upon you. 145 verse 7. They shall utter the memories of your great goodness and shall sing of your righteousness. Yeah. When we go out there and we're judging and we're reading from the scripture, that's what we're doing. We're singing. We're building. Okay? We're getting things ready and we're working for Yahweh Shai. Isaac 65. Where am I? Oh, 65. Yeah, we have a lot of brothers that are jumping job to job, jumping places to live, right? 65 verse 17. But Israel shall be saved by the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed or disgraced forever and ever. So your son, right, who was taken out, right, Adam Torito at the age of 13, the 16-year-old girl that was also murdered, right, because these two were murdered, okay? They'll be coming back to the new kingdom, okay? They'll be getting that new body, all right? But the Edomite that did that, he'll be going to slavery for 1,000 years. They don't get salvation, okay? What they're going to get after 1,000 years is extermination. All right? So you can be at peace. Isaac 66, 22. I mean, it's not going to stop. It's only going to get worse. So if you don't prepare yourself with scripture, then hey, that's on you. Verse 22. For as the new heaven and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, said the Lord, so shall your descendants, and your name remains. Woo! It's making it clear for those who have lost loved ones through the hands of corrupted police officers who have murdered them. Okay? And you know, you Jakes, you don't know which one of you is next. Right? So you want to start praying and fasting and getting yourself ready. Jeremiah 31. That's what we're doing. Verse 36. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation before me forever. So these things have to happen, okay? Things are being magnified to see who's going to wake up, right? And he's going to come back with fear and tremble. And for those who are going to say, no, you know, I'm going to keep doing the wicked things. I love this world. I love the Edomites, right? I'm just going to forgive them, right? I'm going to help them, right? Let me just give the finger to the true living God. Okay, go for it. Just remember, it's only going to get worse. Psalm 148. And it's going to get worse for you, by the way. Because we know what we're going to go through, and we're preparing ourselves through the word of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. 148. Verse 6. He also established them forever and ever. He made a decree which shall not pass away. That's it. It's a done deal. Right? Just like when our brothers and sisters go to the army, right? They make a decree. They give them a decree, right? And they take that oath from that decree. Well, hey, we're coming back to who we really are and to our true decree. How you like that? See? Moving to Revelation 21:1. Okay, 21:1. Trying to move fast here. 21:1, verse 1. Now I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. Also there was no more sea. Yeah, there's going to be this place, America. In case you didn't know it, okay, other countries around the world are aiming their missiles over here. And they're aiming it because that's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai doing that. This place is going to be burned forever. Okay? And for you Jakes that, you know, want to keep being wicked, which 2/3, it's written, it's predicted that 2/3 of you got to go. Okay? The chariots that they call UFOs are going to be coming. And they're going to be shooting their missiles. Right? Lasers. Sap. It's not going to be like in the movies, right? What they call that movie, Rapture, where when you look, all of a sudden the clothes and the underwears are folded and clean. No, everything's going to be disintegrated. I'm going to leave you with 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Yep, I'll leave you with that. Okay, I know I just saw you here. Here we go. Chapter 3, verse 13 says this. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for the new heaven and the new earth, in which righteousness dwells. And that's how come we do what we do. Because we know that this hell is coming to an end. This kingdom's coming to an end. Just like all the kingdoms in the past. It's not new. And that's the good news. I hope this was edifying. Okay. Again, Adam Toledo, the age of 13, was murdered, cold-blooded. All right. So with that, I say shalom.